Gold recently hit a new all-time high, and it's got people asking, is now the right time to buy gold? Let's find out. Today we're diving into the world of gold investment, a hot topic that's on many investors' minds right now. So many of you are asking, should I buy gold now? We understand. The price is climbing, and you're probably wondering if you've missed the boat or if gold is now overpriced. You're all upside down on what to do. Well, worry no longer. This video will have you the right way up in no time at all. So let's cut to the chase. Should you own gold? Yes, you should. Deciding to hold gold in your portfolio is one of the best decisions you can make for your financial future. But like all investments, the price can go up, down, or just hold steady. And this makes it difficult to decide when is the right time to make your gold investment. Before we delve into the reason why physical gold might be an attractive investment right now, let's first understand why gold has been an attractive investment for, well, forever. Gold has long been regarded as a store of value, a hedge against inflation, and a safe haven asset during times of economic uncertainty. Throughout history, whenever there's been economic turmoil or instability in the financial markets, investors flock to gold. Why? Because gold has a proven track record of preserving wealth and maintaining its value over time, even when other assets falter. If you think about it, the 20th century and the first quarter of the 21st century are pretty unique compared to all those that preceded them, because there is a clear absence of gold as an intrinsic part of our monetary system, both at the top in terms of central banks and at the bottom in terms of our personal savings. It is not unusual for gold to be the universal money. Rather, it is unusual for it not to be. So let's look at gold's role in your portfolio. Number one, it acts as a hedge. Gold has historically performed as a hedge against systemic and monetary risks, inflationary and deflationary policies, stagflation, uncertainty, and geopolitical risks. But you might argue, inflation isn't that high, and central bankers are pulling out all the stops to bring it down. Yes, you're right. Central bankers are putting measures in place to reduce inflation. But tell me, does your money go as far as it did, say 10, 5 years ago, even a year ago? Chances are that no. The devaluation of the money in your pockets is ongoing, as is the inflation of goods, services, and energy costs. Gold, however, it's still there. No one is devaluing that one. Number two, diversification. Gold lends itself well to a balanced portfolio, as historically it has a negative or weak correlation to price movements in the financial markets, especially stock markets. And number three, gold is the safe haven. Gold is the borderless currency. It does not require a monetary system, a financial setup, or a central bank in order to exist. Only global markets control its supply, demand, or its price, not governments or central banks. It is this combined with its finite supply and indestructible quality that has enabled gold to hold value over long periods of time, and this is a stark contrast to other asset classes. Fourthly, there is no third-party liability. Compared to stocks, shares, gold derivatives, and currencies, there is no third-party liability. When you own physical gold bullion, the gold is entirely yours. For other investments, it can be the case that the underlying asset is very much dependent on how additional parties choose to act. Number five, liquidity. The very liquid global gold market means it is straightforward for investors to both enter and exit from their investments. The price is set by the market, unlike many other investment and currency options. And finally, gold protects against uncertainty. Ours is an uncertain age. Just in the last decade, we have faced the fallout from a global economic crisis, major climate disasters, political upheaval, and a global pandemic, not to mention the potential of World War III starting. These have all left us with a rising cost of living and investments that are losing value. This is why gold is a necessary asset for your portfolio. It is your insurance against such events. Now, let's discuss why physical gold investment makes sense in today's economic climate. The price of gold has been on quite a journey in the last few decades. If you look back to the last few years before 2006, some might argue that if you were going to invest in gold bullion, then that might have been the right time to clinch the deal. After all, the price had been holding steady at around $200-300 an ounce. After this point, gold has had some good runs and has not dropped below $1,400 since 2019. We're now well over $2,000, with little to no sign of a backtrack. And some of gold's surges in the last decade have been thanks to major upsets, such as the global financial crisis, the global pandemic, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, it is the policies that were put in place following these events that have continued to support the long-term gold price and its gradual price increase. Many of these policies are one and the same in terms of their output. They are a license to print money. And now, with central banks growing their debt at unprecedented rates and governments continue to engage in massive stimulus programs, many investors are concerned about the long term impact, not just on fiat currencies, but the world order. Because the long term impact of these policies is not just about the interest rates that come as a result of inflation or about the impact on your savings. It's also about the huge misalignment that comes about when countries and central banks overplay their hand. It leads us to exactly where we are today: huge government debt issues, power plays, de-dollarization policies, wars, poverty, and an overall scrambling by governments to survive as they go head to head against one another. So we know that owning gold makes sense. But have we worked out if choosing to own gold now is the right thing to do given the price? Well, the price isn't necessarily what should drive you to make a gold purchase in the first place. Gold comes into people's consciousness either when the price is doing something significant, say climbing to $2,000 an ounce for the first time, or something worrying is happening in the financial and political spheres. And more often than not, the newsworthy gold price is happening because of those concerning events. When times get tough, people, politicians, and economic decision makers can make some decisions that don't always lend themselves to protecting your wealth. Gold is the hedge and the insurance policy for your portfolio. Gold is a historical asset. For millennia, humans have trusted gold to represent their wealth as they cross borders, as they face new regimes, as they fight wars, and even to express their love for one another. Yes, gold is shiny, which helps to make it attractive, but ultimately, we trust it because it works to protect us in times of need and performs over long periods of time. And it is that phrase, long period of time, that is key here. You don't hold gold to make a quick profit. In the same way you always expect to pay for insurance for your home, you should always expect to have gold in your portfolio. It is insurance. As our good friend Rick Rule says, gold helps me sleep well at night. You hold gold so you can make the other investments that you hope will make you big returns. So how does all this answer whether or not you should buy gold now? To conclude, the price of gold is climbing because things are not going well elsewhere. If gold now seems expensive to you, ask yourself, will it seem so expensive when in a couple of years' time, the money in your bank buys you even less? This is a really fantastic approach if you're anxious about timing your gold investment. Cost averaging means reducing your market timing risk. It's a disciplined way of investing and it removes any emotional or reactive investment decisions. And it's a great way to manage cash flow. Definitely worth looking into. So there you have it. Is now the right time to buy gold? Anytime is the right time to buy gold. But if you have any more questions or any more curiosity, check out the rest of our gold education series.